If you've not been here before, my name is Andrea Luzon, Legacy Liberator. This is a morning ritual. And right now I've moved these to being just once a month. And so I'm really leaning into how can I support more people finding their momentum. So I've just lit some sage. Maybe you haven't experienced being saged before, but imagine that there's this gentle smell wafting towards you, and it's supporting you and grounding into this moment. So we're turning down the volume of the mind, and just imagine me wafting this lovely scent towards you. So I'm going to go up and down the front of your body. I'm going to go up and down the back of your body. And just to purify this situation, I'm going to go around the camera and the computer. I'm going to go around the microphone. I'm going to go up and down my own body. And I do have a device nearby, so I will go around that device as well. I also find going up and down the feet is also supportive. So basically, we're grounding into this moment so that we're not tracking any of our junk into this gathering. Okay, so you get to have a pure experience. You get to be connecting with yourself, feeling good about you, and really just, it's like a revamp. This moment gets to be a revamp for you, a revamp for me, and us grounding into what really matters. And what I'd love to start with today, I took a couple notes, and I want to really ground into the words that came through this morning as I was wanting to be with you. And I'd like to just start out with the word perspective. So much of life is perspective. Our perspective magnetizes in more of what we expect. For example, do you know a person or two who complains about life a lot, and they seem to have a real negative attitude, which interestingly is magnetizing in more and more unfortunate events? And they seem to always have a story to share of what's not working in their life. And then maybe you also have a friend or family member that has a happier outlook, and that it seems that they have all these great things happening within their life. And sometimes you're almost thinking, boy, I'd love a little more of that. And so that's what we're going to explore today. We're going to reattune our perspective to what we want. We're going to connect with how we would like to feel and the perspective of life that gets to experience more of that feeling. That is what we're gathered here today, to really ground into how you want to feel in your life and the perspective shift that you get to create to lean into that experience that you desire. So first, for those of you who have been here before, you know that oftentimes we do a little bit of movement, a little bit of wiggling, a little bit of shaking off the stuckness, shaking off any stuck energy. So my request for you today is to stand up out of your chair or your bed or the floor. And even if you just do some stretches and a little bit of bouncing, it really does help you shake off anything not working. Shifting out of the old and into the new, or shifting out of your patterns and then remembering that essence inside you that wants to play and feel alive and really like on fire in your life, like you're living on purpose. So I'm going to grab a song for us. I'm going to scoot my chair to the side. I'm going to stand up and I'm going to move with you.
Need you, you know I want you. Mama, I need you. Mama, I need you. You know I need you.
Here we go.
You know I want you. Mama, I need you.
Even if you just stretch, it's all good.
You know I need you. You know I want you.
I see you.
Mama, I need you. Come and see me, baby. You know I need you.
go. Little twisting. Ah. Outstanding. Way to move your body. Way to get out of your chair. Way to try something different. Way to shake off any stuckness, anything not working. So if you're feeling called to sit or lie down, this is the moment. This is the moment to create that for yourself. I'm going to grab my chair. Going to wave at some of our friends on Instagram. Hello. You've made it to the Momentum Experience. My name is Andrea Luzon, Legacy Liberator. Thank you so much for standing in time for yourself. You are here. You're in this moment, and you've actually sketched out some time for you to just expand and remember who you are. Come alive. Come back to that essence. So we've been talking about perspective and how our perspective often is the decider of our reality. When we're looking for evidence of not belonging, we tend to find it. When we're looking for evidence of belonging, we tend to find it. So it's very interesting. You maybe in the past, you've experienced a person a certain way, and then they keep showing up the same way, the same way, the same way. And what some of my cohorts and I have been working on is seeing the people who have triggered us in the past, experiencing them as love, like choosing before I walk into someone's door or before they're about to walk into mine, and really hold myself accountable of, I choose to experience that person as love today. So the power of perspective often shifts, and you get to see that person almost from that witness way of being. I witness this person loving me the best that they can. It may not look as shiny and sparkly as I want it to. And yet at the same time, I've shifted my perspective. And so I'm beginning to see them differently. I'm beginning to see my time with them in a completely different way. So we've talked a bit about perspective. I wanted to share some specific notes with all of you, some things that came through this morning. So I'd love for all of us to settle in and start to connect with your ideal feelings. What is an ideal feeling? Only you know. Where you like to hang out. What are the emotions you like to hang out in? Even if it's not working out that way, what would you prefer? So what are the feelings available to you that you love to feel? For example, when you experience a deep connection with someone, what are you feeling? When you've held hands or hugged someone that you care for, what did you feel? Maybe it was joy, silliness, elation, freedom, spontaneity, surprise, hopeful, confidence, love, excitement, curiosity, trust, calm, playfulness, pride. We can experience all of these sensations in any moment. And maybe there are certain situations that draw those sensations into your life, or maybe you get to start with you and grounding into that vision, grounding yourself into the feeling that you want to feel before you move out into the world in your day. So I'd like for you to flutter your eyelids closed for a moment. If you're driving, not a good idea. But if closed eyes doesn't land for you, then just allow your gaze to soften. You don't have to keep checking in with me, but allow your gaze to soften and begin to check in with yourself. We're going within for a few moments, and I'd like for you to visualize a world created by you that is filled with feelings that you enjoy feeling. I'd like for you to see yourself lying in bed in the morning, visualizing that world happening around your bed. This world you've imagined, filled with the feelings that you like to feel. It's happening around your bed as you're beginning to wake in the morning. And once your feet hit the floor, you reach for a doorknob in front of you. And you open the door to that world. And you choose to walk through it. So you rise up, you walk through that door, and everything changes. Because you've walked through a portal. This is your doorway to love. This is your portal to love. So if you still have your gaze softened, just allow yourself to experience time in that world. Maybe you place one hand over your heart. Maybe you place one hand on your belly. Sometimes I like to let my arms hang loose at my sides, or maybe lay my palms on my thighs, facing downward or facing upward. But regardless, witness yourself moving through that world, experiencing the feelings that you enjoy feeling. What are the feelings? What are the feelings that you enjoy having? And this is not an experience of spiritual bypass. This is an experience of you grounding into the kind of life you want to live, the kind of sensations you want to have in your body, the kind of thoughts that support your perspective of the life that you want to have, the life that you want to lead. So we're putting on rose-tinted glasses in a way, and yet maybe this is just dusting off the doorway that is inside you, the doorway that leads to you having a deeper experience with yourself, you connecting with you, your true essence, your love legacy, the life that you were born to live, that's inside of you. Sometimes I like to envision that there's this giant diamond taking up the central cavity of my chest. And it's brilliant, multifaceted, almost like when light hits a prism. So there are rainbow colors just shooting out of each of these facets. And it's so bright and so glorious. And yet, oftentimes, I'm not letting that diamond express itself. I've covered up a lot of that diamond, and I've chosen to walk through life protecting the diamond, not letting the light out, not letting the light shine. So this exercise is about you moving through your world, creating your own portal of love, creating your own doorway that you can stand up out of your bed, put your feet on the floor, reach for that doorknob, open it, and choose to walk through, knowing that this perspective is yours, that no one can control your perspective. Your portal of love is within, and you get to reflect it outside of you as well. So it's an inside job and an outside job. They get to come into greater synchronicity. And what would that feel like for you? What would that portal world feel like when you interact with people? How do you build connection? What does connection feel like for you? Where do you feel it in your body? What parts of you light up when that connected moment hits? Whether that's with a child, another family member, maybe that's with a neighbor, someone in your community. What does connection feel like when you are ground into your true essence? When you're ground into your love legacy, outside of the wounding story, how are you moving through the world? What aspects of you are the most vibrant and alive when you're deepening that connection? When you're tuned in with yourself and it's reflecting outside in your world. So let's breathe in those feelings. Let's breathe in what's working right now in this portal, in this doorway. On your next inhale, make it nice and deep. And exhale out any doubt, anything, any hindrances holding you back in this moment. Shake it off. Beautiful. Allow yourself another inhale, nice and deep. Feel that expansion. And then exhale out. Maybe shake out those hands. Wiggle those hips. Push each heel into the floor, rocking back and forth. Outstanding. One last inhale. On your next in-breath, make it nice and deep. Exhale out. Let yourself feel free. Free of anything that's been stuck lately. Free of anything not working. And your next in-breath gets to be those feelings that you're calling in. That perspective that's the true you, the real you. So at this time, I often request that you grab a piece of paper, anything that you can write on, find a writing utensil. I like to write morning ritual or momentum ritual at the top of my page because that's what we've gathered to experience today. A bit of a momentum, a revamp, a kickstart, a reigniting of what really matters to us, your values, your intentions. So momentum, ritual. And for the first question, I'd love for you to ask, when I walk through my portal of love, how do I feel? When I walk through my portal of love, when I walk through my portal of love, what feelings do I feel? Allow yourself to connect with that for a few moments. Put on some light music for all of us. Thank you for your patience. When I walk through my portal of love, what feelings do I feel? And I listed some for us before we started today, but I might give you a few moments to support you with hearing them again. Maybe your portal of love feels like joy. Maybe it feels silly or goofy. Maybe on the other side of love, when you feel free, you feel elation, freedom, spontaneity, surprise, hopeful, confident, love, excitement, curiosity, trust, calm, playful, proud, connected, valued. Maybe you feel all of these things, but we are all such unique individuals. So the special portal that you walk through, it gets to be unique to you. It gets to be something that excites you, or something that at least you look forward to. And I highly recommend that before your feet touch the floor every day, you connect with the kind of day you want to have. How do you want to feel today? Who do you want to connect with? What does deep connection really feel like for you? And who would you like to create that with on this day? So you're starting with you. You're starting with deepening your connection here, and then you're moving out into the world. Simply by you connecting here and declaring what you want, you're already visualizing and creating that doorway. And you're already choosing to walk through it simply by having a practice of grounding into your desire, grounding into how you want to feel, grounding into what you know you deserve, and maybe leaning into expanding that, expanding beyond what you thought you deserved in the past. So I'd love for you to take this question forward today. Our one journaling question: pushing ink or lead into paper supports you in grounding into what you want to magnetize towards yourself. So this simple act of you coming here today, moving your body, allowing yourself to visualize the life, the feeling, and then breathing in that knowing, allowing yourself breath, time to really breathe in and take ownership, is really the magnetizing process. And we've amplified that by also pushing your desires into paper. So creating a record for yourself. So allow yourself another deep inhale of all that you've created and stood for today. Once a month, I'm offering this gathering to whomever is feeling called. So I hope I get to see you on the first Monday of next month. For now, you have been at this momentum ritual with Andrea Luzon. I'm streaming live right now on the Awakening Freedom Within channel and also into our Facebook community called the Awake Free Expansive Community. I believe the hashtag is Awake Free Community. That's how you find us on Facebook. So I would love to see you all there. I will post this to my YouTube channel, which is Andrea Luzon, as soon as possible, usually within about 24 to 48 hours. So I hope to see you all there. Thank you so much. Hand on heart. Can't wait till next time.